Hi, welcome back to our channel. We are Lawful and we help you make your immigration journey simple. In today's video, we'll be talking about the supporting documents you need to adjust your status or file form I-485. So, the first thing you'll want to do is grab pen and paper to do your checklist. I-130 receipt or approval notice. In general, if you are filing as a beneficiary of an immigrant visa petition, you may file an adjustment application only after USCIS has approved your petition and an immigrant visa number is immediately available. That's why it's necessary to have your I-130 receipt or approval notice at hand when you're gathering all the documents. Photographs. According to USCIS, you must submit 2 identical color passport-style photographs of yourself taken recently. The photos must have a white to off-white background, be printed on thin paper with a glossy finish, and be unmounted and unretouched. And even though you could take this picture of yourself on your own, you can also just go to a CVS photo booth and have it done there, or have a photo studio do it all for you. Remember, you need 2 photos. Government-issued identity document with photograph. USCIS states that all Form I-485 applicants should submit a photocopy of a government-issued identity document that has their photograph. Typically, this will be your passport or similar document, even if the passport is now expired. It can also be any other government-issued identity document such as a driver's license or military identification document. Copy of birth certificate. As you may have heard, all Form I-485 applicants, except refugees and asylees, must submit a photocopy of their birth certificate issued by the appropriate civil authority from the country of birth. Although refugees and asylees are not required to submit a photocopy of their birth certificate, if the birth certificate is available, refugees and asylees should submit a copy of their birth certificate as well. And note that USCIS will only accept a long-form birth certificate which lists at least one parent. By the way, if your birth certificate is unavailable or does not exist, you must prove its unavailability or non-existence and provide acceptable alternative evidence of birth. So, when your birth certificate is not available or does not exist, you must submit other acceptable evidence relating to the facts of your birth, such as a church or school records, hospital or medical records, personal affidavits, or similar evidence. Inspection and admission or inspection and parole. USCIS states that you must establish any claim that you were admitted or paroled into the United States. This evidence must relate to your most recent arrival into the United States, so you must submit copies of the following documents if available. Passport page with admission or parole stamp issued by a U.S. immigrant officer, passport page with non-immigrant visa, and Form I-94, which is the arrival departure record. By the way, to retrieve your I-94, you just need to go to the official DOS I-94 portal. You can do a quick Google search typing I-94 DOS how to access my I-94. And boom! The first option will be the official I-94 website. Scroll down a little and you'll see all these options. The one we're looking for in this opportunity is the second one from left to right, which is the already visiting and need proof of visitor status. Then, click on the Get Most Recent I-94 button, and as soon as you click on it, the terms of service will appear. Once you have read them all, you can click on I acknowledge and agree. This will send you to another screen where you can enter your traveler information such as your first name and last, birth date, document number, and country of citizenship. Once you're done, you can click on Next to proceed to your most recent I-94. And that's it. You'll be able to check your most recent I-94 results, and you'll be able to print it too if you wish to do so. If you cannot produce this primary evidence and DHS has no record of the admission or parole, USCIS will presume that you came into the United States without admission or parole. Or, in short, USCIS will assume that you entered the USCIS illegally. So make sure that you can submit proof of your legal entry. Documentation of your immigrant category. USCIS states that all Form I-485 applicants must submit evidence showing that they are eligible for adjustment of status in a particular immigrant category. For example, if you're filing as a beneficiary of an immigrant petition, you generally must submit a photocopy of Form I-797 or the approval notice for your petition, or the principal applicant's petition if you are a derivative applicant as appropriate. Or if you're filing your Form I-485 based on a category that does not require an underlying immigrant petition, you must submit other documentation. See USCIS additional instructions for more category-specific information by clicking on the link in the description. Also, remember that you can file concurrently with the I-130. This means that according to USCIS, you may file your petition and application concurrently when there is a visa number immediately available at the time of filing. Concurrent filing is always allowed for all immediate relatives of a United States citizen, since there are no numeric limitations in this category. Derivative applicants' documents. USCIS provides a full description of documents that the derivative applicant should submit. So make sure to refer to the USCIS instructions to find out what documents you need to include in your application if you are the derivative applicant. Evidence of continuously maintaining a lawful status since arrival in the United States. Applicants of the family-based green card must submit evidence to show they have continuously maintained lawful immigration status while in the U.S. and are therefore not barred from adjustment by INA Section 245(c)(2). You may find the full list of the evidence you must provide in the link we left in the description. Affidavit of Support. Submit an Affidavit of Support or Form I-864 if your Form I-485 is based on your entry as a fiancé or fiancé, a relative visa petition or Form I-130 filed by your relative, or an employment-based visa petition or Form I-140 related to a business that is 5% or more owned by your family. And this may also include additional information about financial support. But again, you can find all the details visiting the Form I-485 instructions link we left in the description. Medical examination. Form I-485 applicants for adjustment of status are required to have a medical examination to show that they are free from health conditions that would make them inadmissible. Only a USCIS designated civil surgeon can perform this medical examination in the United States. The civil surgeon must document the results of your medical examination on Form I-693. For more information on the medical examination, see the Form I-693 instructions. But also remember that you are not required to submit Form I-693 at the time you file your adjustment application, but you may do so if you wish. Because of the time-limited validity of Form I-693, you may choose to submit your Form I-693 after you file your adjustment of status application. You may also submit Form I-693 in person at an interview in a USCIS field office if an interview is required. Also, consider that by waiting to submit Form I-693, you may avoid having to repeat the immigration medical examination. You can check out the full medical examination instructions by visiting the link below. Certified police and court records of criminal charges, arrests, or convictions. USCIS states that you must submit certified police and court records for any criminal charges, arrests, or convictions you may have. This means that if you were ever arrested, convicted, charged for any reason, or if you ever had any crime removed from your criminal record anywhere in the world or in the US, you must submit certified police and court records. However, there is no need to provide any additional evidence if you have never been charged with any crime anywhere in the world or in the US. And this has been all for today. We have gone through all the supporting documents you will need to file your application with. And you got your checklist, right? Make sure to check all the boxes before submitting your application so your process goes smoothly. Also, don't forget that Lawfully helps you track your adjustment of status with our Case Tracker app, available on the App Store and Google Play. With our app, you can track and analyze not only your adjustment of status application, but also most of USCIS and NVC cases. Just download it on your phone, create your account, add your case number, and start tracking. Don't forget to leave your questions and comments below. See ya!